Hello, my name is Dr. Paul Leslie, and I'm going to be your instructor for the PME GDE 815 Digital Literacy course. So I just thought I'd share a few thoughts with you about the course just to get you started. So let's have a look at the course. First, when you go into the course, you will see a little introduction about me. So you can see that I've been teaching for a long time. I'm from Nova Scotia, and I'm just wrapping up my role here in the United Arab Emirates as Division Chair of Education. So I'll have a lot of time to really focus on teaching these courses next semester. So when we get into the course, you should have an email from me showing the course dates. So here are all the dates for the assignments spread out over the 10 weeks. And I really like this course because I think it really highlights some really key aspects of digital literacy. So I've taught this course before a few times, and I really enjoy working with this. I hope you do as well. So we're going to start in the first week by just introducing yourself, a little bit about your digital background. What do you do, or how do you use digital technologies in your own classroom? And then we're going to look at the rest of the course. So there's, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate sections or modules. And each two are sort of loosely grouped together. So the first two, which will come fairly quickly in the first 2 to 3 weeks of the course between January 5th to the 25th, you're going to introduce yourself, but then you're going to do a bit more formalized digital autobiography where you highlight how you use technology and what is your background. And then we're going to look at, quite related to this, is what is your bias when you go in to look for search results and so forth, and what tools do you use to and what language do you use to search for various information. So I think those two are really quite related. One's looking at you and your use, and then how does that then transform into bias in your own use of technology and in search results, for example. Then we're going to switch, and these are, as you can see by the arrows, I feel are quite introspective, looking at your own actions. Then the next two, we start to look more outwards. What are you doing in your digital literacy as a teacher to share your information out into the world? So we're going to look at some design features, not only the technical features, but more the academic. Oops, that's my wife. We're going to be looking at the sort of academic elements of digital justice, but also the technical sides of it. So how are you presenting information to your students and so forth? And alongside of that, I think, how do we help our students to debunk or to see through and determine what information is true, partly true, or not true at all online? And so I group these two together as well loosely, but I do think there's some overlap there because certainly you are putting information out there. How do our students even look at your own information? And so when we reference back to bias in your search results, there's also bias in the information you're putting out there. So how do you think about that yourself in terms of digital justice? And then how do you help your students to look at the world, but also you in debunking information online? And then the course takes a bit more serious turn. We look at some technology-facilitated violence and Canadian case law. So a lot of this is very much focused on social media and bullying and some of the effects of that, and what we can do about it. How do we help to protect our students against it? And not us protecting them, but how do we help our students to protect themselves against this type of information? And then, as an autoethnographic conclusion to the course, and again, I think related to this, we look at what did we learn, and we try to capture how has the course enabled us to be much more digitally literate and responsible towards our students. And so I think that's a very nice follow-up to the previous assignment, the technology facilitated violence. So we'll certainly have a lot more time to look at each of these individually as they come up. But for now, I just wanted to share this with you. So welcome to the course, and I very much look forward to seeing your work. Thank you.